Hello and welcome or welcome back. This is gonna be debt free. And one of the ways that I am gonna be debt free is by doing a biweekly budget. I get paid biweekly. And so with each paycheck, I sit down and do a budget to know where every dollar of that paycheck is gonna go and get to a zero-based budget. So let's dive in with my income. My income, I have regular income that comes out to $4,000 biweekly, which is a combination of my paycheck from my regular day job and some side hustles that I've built up over the last couple of years that I can count on really consistently. So I can count on $4,000 biweekly, which is awesome. And this time I have one last windfall that I've been kind of waiting for. I just got an insurance settlement. And I've been waiting for it for a while, and I wasn't exactly sure how much was going to come in. And it came in, at a little bit higher than I expect. Well, I had low expectations. So it came in higher than I expected, but lower than what I really probably deserved. But anyway, I've decided to take it and break it into two chunks. And one chunk is going to go towards this, and we'll get into what I'm going to do with the other chunk. So the amount of it that I'm going to put towards my debt pay down this time is $10,000. Which I feel is a great chunk to throw at the debt. And it still gives me enough left over to do some things that I have been postponing for a while. One of the things is I had planned on building in a reward system as I worked my way through this debt journey, and I just never got around to it. I never found the time to do that. And I'm halfway through, especially with this $10,000. I am halfway through my debt. I will have enough to pay off my third of 6 debts. So I'll have half of them paid off. And I've done nothing to really celebrate that much effort going into this. The other thing is, and it's what I was planning on doing with insurance settlement, but it just took longer than expected. But just before the pandemic hit, I finished my bachelor's degree, which is something that I had postponed for 20 years. Life just kept happening, and I just couldn't get to where I could get back into school. I was finally able to get back in school and finish, and I was going to do a big trip. And then, surprise, the world shut down, so I never was able to do my trip. But I planned on doing a graduation trip all along. Well, then my pandemic project was I decided to go back to school and get my master's degree. And I finished a 2-year program in 18 months because, besides studying, what else was there to do when we were all locked up at home? So I finished 2 degrees, and I've done nothing to celebrate those, nor anything to celebrate any of the successes so far. And I hate to be one of those people that says, well, I deserve it. Well, I just feel like I can't keep postponing joy. It's one of my catchphrases. Don't postpone joy. And I have been for a long time. So because the settlement came in that gives me enough to put a chunk towards this, I feel that I can afford to keep moving forward on my debt and still have some money that I've set aside to do something to celebrate. And I also feel like I will come back completely refreshed and ready to go back to being all Spartan and living on nothing and keep moving towards debt. So that's what I'm going to do with the insurance settlement. And I'm really comfortable with that decision. So let's dive into some of the expenses here, and I'll write some down and I'll be right back. Okay, so for my 4 walls, I do not have a mortgage payment. I sold my old house, bought a new house, used the equity, no mortgage payment. I don't have an electric bill. I have enough solar that I have a credit at the power company. My water is about $40 a month, which works out to about $20 biweekly. I don't have sewer or trash. I'm on septic and I burn my trash. My gas, I'm on propane. It gets filled once a year. It's about $240 a year, which works out to right about $10 a paycheck. My internet is $110 a month, which is $55 biweekly. My insurance is right around $400 now, which is dropped down, and which is $200 biweekly. And my cell phone is just under $100 a month, which is $50 biweekly. And then I will write down my debts, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I keep my Chase and American Express on here, even though they're paid off, because these are my 6 debts that I started with, and I want to make sure that the minimum payments after they're paid off stay in this pay down mode, because I really want to stay focused on paying them off. So my Chase is 0 and my American Express is 0 because they're both paid off. So my Chase was about $600 a month, which is $300 biweekly, and my American Express was like $10.98 a month, which is about $550 biweekly. So the $300 and $550 get added together, which is $850, and that becomes my snowball based on my minimum payments. That's why it's my regular snowball. Just my regular snowball just comes from these minimum payments. My personal loan started at $170 a month, which was $85 biweekly, but I rounded that up to $100 biweekly. When my insurance dropped, I took that money and rolled it into my debt so that it wasn't just sitting around. And then my Home Depot is rounded up to now $150 a month. My American Express personal loan is now rounded up to $500 biweekly, and my truck is rounded up to $300 biweekly. And I just rounded all those up, make it easier numbers, easier to do math in my head. And then I'll do my expenses and I'll be right back. Okay, for my expenses, I do $100 a week for groceries, and I do $100 a week for gas. And groceries, I can do for $100 a week. That includes all my household expenses. I just run into trouble. Now that I'm back at going to Sam's Club, I get $200. I get 2 weeks worth of groceries, but it's hard to come in under the 200. Like this last time, it was like 212, and I ended up pilfering from the gas fund. So it gives me a little bit of wiggle room, but I do have a couple of road trips that I need to make to get some stuff done, and I've been driving a little bit more lately. So I'm going to leave it at $200. My dog is $15 biweekly, and she's needing a groom in the next little bit. So I'm going to keep funding that. And then miscellaneous is $10 a week for a hobby, just to keep me sane. And then home improvement. I have a home improvement thing that I need to do. It is not something that I want to do. In fact, I think it's a stupid thing to do, but I have to do it. If I don't do it soon, it's just going to cause a whole chain reaction of problems. So because I have the windfall, I've decided that I'm just going to go ahead and do it now, and get it out of the way and make sure it doesn't blow into something bigger. So I'm going to take $2,000, and my estimate is come in right around $1,900. So that gives me just enough to cover everything. So I should be good at the $2,000, but it is going to drive up my expenses a little bit. But because I've got the insurance money, I'd rather do it now than have it turn into a thing down the road. So I'm going to write up my little summary. I'm going to do some math, and I will be back. So my income, I can do that math in my head, it's $14,000. So my income comes down here as $14,000. Love that extra 10. My 4 walls, this is my average per month, is $335 per paycheck. It's $670 a month, which is so much better than, I mean, that's literally a tenth of what I was paying in my old house. My expenses is $24.35. $435 is my regular expenses amount, just for living, and then the extra $2,000 gets it to $24.35. My debt, this used to be $1,805, but because I rounded my insurance, I got that to go down. I moved the money over here, so now my new debt is $1,900, which includes the snowball for the paid off one. So I'm just keeping it. This is $3,800 a month. I started at $3,607, rounded it up to $3,610. Now I've rounded it up to $3,800 a month, so that I keep a good chunk going towards debt, and I don't have extra money just sitting around evaporating, which is what it seems to do. So I have $14,000 minus the $335, minus the $24.35, minus the $1,900, gives me an extra snowball. Even with this home improvement, gives me this extra snowball of $93.30, which gets me to a zero-based budget. Which is why I'm doing this now, because I still get to a zero-based budget and I don't have to take anything away from anything else. So let's get to stuffing these envelopes and getting some bills paid. Go get the envelopes and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got my envelopes. I've got the $10,000 for the settlement. It's already in the bank. And I have the cash. So let's start by counting the cash. $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000. $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $2,000. $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $3,000. $20, $40, $60, $81, $20, $40, $60, $82, $20, $40, $60, $83, $20, $40, $60, $84, $20, $40, $60, $80, $3,500. $20, $40, $60, $86, $20, $40, $60, $87, $20, $40, $60, $80, $3,800. So this should be $200. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, $4,000. I'll put that at the bottom there. I'll put the ones off camera over there. And we'll start with water. Water gets 20. Propane gets 10. Internet gets 40, 45, 50, 55. 40, 55. Insurance gets 200. Cell phone gets 50. 50. My personal loan gets 100 now. Home Depot gets 150, 45, 50, 150. My American Express personal loan gets 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My truck gets 300. 1, 2, 3. My regular snowball I now have an envelope for gets 850. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 820, 840, 845, 850. My groceries gets 200. Gas for the car gets 200. The dog gets 15. My hobby gets 20. The extra snowball gets 90 through 30 because I need 2,000 for this. I don't think this is going to work the way I'm doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to have enough. Okay, I'm going to have to so I have my personal loan. Oh, you know, I'm just going to do it this way. I can make this all work. So the $200 will go towards the home improvement. I'm going to set that off to the side. And then the extra snowball gets 93.30. So there's 8,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8,600. 20, 40, 60, 80, 8,700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 8,800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 8,900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 9,000, 20, 40, 60, 80, 9,100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 9,200. So this should be $130. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 9,300. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, which makes 93.30, which goes in with the 8,000. That gives me 93.30 that goes towards my extra snowball. And so the personal loan gets 100, and my regular snowball will come up here and go there, and this extra snowball will come up here. But I just did my debt update. I owe somewhere around 6,300 on the personal loan, which means I'll have like a couple of $1,000 extra. So I will pay, I'll call and get a payoff amount for my personal loan. And then whatever is left over will go towards my Home Depot, which I think it's around $8,400 when I did the last one. So I'll have a few thousand. I'll have like at least $3,000 to put towards Home Depot. And so I will do all of that because this extra snowball is going to be more than what I need for personal loan. I should have called before this to get the payoff amount, but I end up on hold for like 40 minutes. I've only done it twice. And so, but now I'm going to do it and I'll find out what the exact amount is and get that paid off. And I will put the rest towards Home Depot. And that's my budget for this time. And it is how I'm going to be debt free. Writing it all down, putting this plan together, knowing where the money is going to go. And then if there's extra, what I'm going to do with it. Every dollar has a purpose. I get to zero and I don't just run around spending extra money. I spend money when I have to, but I don't buy extra stuff. And quite honestly, I don't really miss it. I have so much stuff that I don't miss not doing all my random little shopping sprees and not tracking stuff and just running amok. I actually feel a lot calmer and a lot less stressed about stuff because I've got a plan for everything. So, an update on the giveaway. I announced it in the last video I did, which was the debt update. It said, I think the title was New Debt Update and Giveaway Details. If you want to know specifics about that, there I am giving away my YouTube paycheck whenever it comes. You need to subscribe, public subscribe, whatever, like the video and make a comment to get entered into a drawing. Minimum YouTube paychecks, I'm pretty sure, are $100. So it'll be a drawing for at least $100. And I will do it for the first couple of YouTube paychecks that I get. You guys have been amazing. The comments have been just so supportive and have just really helped me stay focused and keep moving forward. And I am so very grateful. And I am so happy that I've gotten monetized and that I'll be able to give something back to this community because you guys are just the best. And that is it for this budget. And my next video will be a monthly summary and a plan for what I'm doing for next month. So watch for that one. Thanks for watching and I will catch you next time.